So we're at Ceduna. We've finished our Nullabor crossing.
Yes, went really well.
So we've moved inside because the wind on the beach was terrible. We thought it might have been nice to do it on the beach, but anyway, we're back in the car on our way further east. We're about 1,000 kilometres from home, believe it or not, after all of this time.
Feels like it too. But just want to say we did come through Eucla, and a lot of people told us that in Eucla they play ukuleles and all they talk about is eucalyptus. We didn't see anyone talking about eucalyptus or playing ukuleles.
First I've heard of it, by the way. I think he's full of you know what, but anyway.
Yeah, Eucla.
So we just wanted... Oh my goodness. I don't know whether he's just lost his mind or he's excited to be going home to see the kids. But anyway. So we made it across the Nullabor. It was a really good drive. There's so many people that say it's Nullaboring and all of those sorts of things. And look, it could be if you're in a hurry and you're just trying to get to Perth. But we allowed ourselves 5 days and we didn't take the whole 5 days. But I think if you give yourself plenty of time, don't try and do too much each day. It's actually a really manageable trip. And there's lots of really interesting things to do along the way. So we found that there was enough to break the trip up for us. There's roadhouses about every 200 kilometres. Some of the roadhouses have got museums and interesting things there for you to have a wander around. So it's great to get to the roadhouses and stretch your legs. Our tips for fuel is, if you can, avoid the border village and the Nullabor roadhouses. They were both the most expensive. We didn't pay any more than about $1.80 a litre going across the Nullabor because we've got a long range tank. But it was $2.13 at the Nullabor Roadhouse and it was $2 something at Border Village. So if you can time your fuel, there are cheaper places to fuel up. Those two were particularly high. Not a lot of water on the Nullabor, so we're very lucky. We can carry over 200 litres of water between the car and the caravan. We didn't have any dramas with water, but if you are going to be running short of water, you may need to consider stopping at the caravan parks at the roadhouses, just so that you've got access to toilets and showers. So just to make your water supply go a little bit further. There's really nowhere for you to fill your water on the way. Apart from one tap that did say that you could use that water for drinking if you boil it first. So, but that was getting closer to the east end of the Nullabor. The Nullabor plain itself is not very long. So the Nullabor drive,
60 k's or something.
yeah, didn't seem to be very long. You went past a sign that said this is the western end of the Nullabor plain, and then didn't seem very far along the road and it was saying you're at the eastern end. So the Nullabor plain itself is actually quite small, we thought. The Nullabor National Park is obviously a lot bigger, and the actual drive, they consider the drive to be from Ceduna to Norseman. So it is a long way, but you know, you've got the head of the Bight. We got to see whales there. There was 2 mothers with calves that came up quite close, and there's the lookouts, and the cliffs at Bunda Cliffs are just stunning. If you want to play golf and you're happy to pay the $70, you can get a card and you can play all the golf holes, or you can play them for free. So they're scattered about every 200 k's as well. So as we said, we think it was a really lovely drive. I'm sure if you did the drive a lot, it would take its toll on you, but our car and caravan coped really well. Great free camping. We didn't have to pay for any accommodation coming across, which was really great, just the fuel and an ice cream or fada when we got close to the end. But anyway, so that was our trip across the Nullabor. Thanks for watching.
See ya.
And so our Nullabor adventure has begun. We stayed at the Norseman East roadside rest area last night, which is 16 kilometres east of Norseman. And this is our view as we depart this morning. Really looking forward to this. everybody.
Morning.
So this is our very, very last post that we're going to do. We've left Burra, where we stayed last night, and it's a little over 300 kilometres to get back home to Mildura. And we can't believe that our trip has come to an end, really.
Almost.
Yeah, so it's 121 days since we left home. The things that we're looking forward to most when we get home are obviously seeing our children and our little puppy dog Rosie, and then beer. Well, you haven't had a shortage of beer on the trip, Dad. Yeah, with the kids. So yeah, catching up with our other family and friends are definitely things that we're looking forward to. But if we reflect on the trip that we've had, it's just so hard to believe that we've done so much in the time that we've been away. There's nothing that we have regretted. Everything that we've done has been absolutely amazing, and we were talking last night about what the highlight of our trip was for each of us, and we can't pinpoint one single thing. It's really hard, isn't it?
It is. It's yeah, the sort of everything has been fantastic, and all I stress is that no matter what people tell you, if you're there, go and have a look. Like we got told, as we've said in our earlier episodes, Kaka don't and Karajini don't and that, but because we were there, we went and we weren't disappointed. So everything, like I might love something and you might hate it, but you go and have a look. Don't go all that way and then say, oh no, we've been told not to go, so we're not gonna.
Yeah, definitely go and see things. And you know, everyone's itineraries are going to be different. People with kids are going to do more kids-related activities and seek out all the fun stuff. People our age maybe don't want to be doing all the museums. You know, people that maybe are a bit older than us and have, you know, more interest in things like that, they want to go and do that. But age doesn't really determine what you do. It's all up to your personal choice of what you want to do.
And your interest.
Yeah, that's it. So it's your holiday, it's your trip, you plan it and you do what you like and at the pace that you want to do. We had a lot of people say to us at the start, oh, you're never going to do it in 4 months. But honestly, we feel like we've had enough time to do what we wanted to do. We're actually going to be getting home a few days ahead of time. We could have stayed in a few places longer, but you know, I think as you get towards the end of the trip, you do want to get home, you do want to catch up with your family and your friends as much as you've enjoyed the trip. So we didn't have an itinerary apart from we knew the direction of travel, and we couldn't be happier with the way that it all worked out. Even with a couple of hiccups along the way, we've still managed to get around, see everything. We didn't have to cut anything out of our itinerary. In fact, we actually put some extra things in there because we were there and we had time to do it. It's just a matter of, you know, really thinking about the areas that you're going to be in. It's a good idea to have some clues about what you want, what you may want to see, but use the visitor information centres as a really good resource.
Really good.
Yeah, really, really good. And we found if we went to the visitor information centre first, that helped us work out how long we wanted to stay in the area depending on what there was to see, and then we plan our stay around that. So we've been very fortunate with the weather. Had really good weather until we got down near Perth, but that was to be expected. We weren't quite into the springtime, but it didn't stop us doing anything, so can't complain about anything really.
It was still good weather, just cold. But
Yeah, and a few showers, but nothing bad. So no. So had a really good run with the car, apart from that one little hiccup with the fuel leak. The caravan, the big drama with the caravan turned out it was one wire that needed to be replaced after all that drama. So they were very, very minor things. So we feel very fortunate, very blessed and very lucky to have had such a great experience on this trip. So our advice to anyone that is thinking about doing something like this, absolutely go do it. There's so many reasons that you can think of to not do things, but honestly, once you get out here, the experience and the memories, the friendships. Even yesterday we had a phone call from some lovely friends that we met up around Exmouth. Yeah, and you know, we're going to stay in touch with people that we've met on this trip for the rest of our lives, and those friendships and those memories definitely rate really, really highly from our experiences on our trip. So to all the people that we've met, we've really enjoyed your company. Thank you for making our trip so special. There's so many people we've met, I can't possibly run off all the names, but we've had some really great times. So it's a sign off from us. We hope you've enjoyed our video. It was selfish. It was really for us to have a bit of a memory, but we're happy to share it with all of you. If you've got any questions or comments, we'd love to hear from you. If anyone wants any suggestions or tips for planning a trip or the places that we stayed, more than happy to give more information out. Just drop us a line or give us a call and we'll be more than happy to help you as much as we can.
And I totally recommend you get wiki camps. That has been it's the Bible.
Yeah.
I mean, the places we've found, which I'm sure we wouldn't have had we not had that wiki camps app. So
Yeah. I'll do it on our Facebook page. I'll actually put up a bit of a summary of the trip. I'll put up the kilometres, the fuel, what we spent on groceries and accommodation, so that if anyone's trying to work out a little bit of a budget. We've actually come in under budget, even with a couple of unexpected expenses. But anyway, I'll pop all that up there so that if that... I'll pop all that up there so that if that's helpful to other people, we'd be happy to share that. All right. See you later.
We really appreciate your support.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you to everyone at home for looking after everything for us too. Can't wait to see everybody. Bye.
See ya.
We'll be right back.